When was the Chronicle printed? Friday morning?
It was printed Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night?
Yeah.
And so it would be in your letterbox by 8 o'clock in the morning?
Well, yes, could be. Yeah.
Were you knowledgeable about secrecy restrictions, not able to say and report things in the paper?
But obviously, but that was the editorial's job. That they couldn't print, anything of a private nature at all.
When bombs dropped on Chelmsford, they did at RHP and Marconi. Did you publish photographs, or were you restricted? Did stories and articles?
They had to get stories passed by the authorities. They couldn't just publish what they liked.
No, because they couldn't say 15 people at RHP have just been killed on night shift.
No.
So that was all, must have been hushed up.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Did you know any of the victims of the bombings?
No, I didn't.
Where did you live then, Ted?
I lived at Great Leighs then.
So you were out of the bombers zone?
Yeah.
How on earth did those people, there were many people who lived around RHP and Marconi, how on earth, they weren't apparently moved out, and many of them stayed there?
Oh, yes. Yes, nobody moved, everybody sort of just...
Because you could take a V1, V2 in Great Leighs as you could in Chelmsford. Yeah. So you lived with your parents in Great Leighs. Yeah. What's your mum and dad's name?
Well, my mum and dad actually split up. So I was living with my mother, actually.
What was her name?
Ellen.
So how did you get back and forwards? Did you catch a bus?
You had to catch a bus, and I can remember that the weekly ticket was 3 and 9pence. 3 shillings and 9 pence for a 5-day weekly in those days.
I think it's a few quid it's about £3 just on a short journey these days. So you caught an early bus. What time did you have to be at the Chronicle?
We had to be there at 8 o'clock.
There were 6 o'clock bus?
No, not so. I think I used, from top of memory, about 7:15.
In those days, many people travelled by bus to work,
yes.
So presumably it was packed.
Yes, nearly always had to stand. Often, when I first went there, the Hicks's buses, which were old buses, a private company, and double-decker buses had the stairs outside the back of the bus, and I've known people stand on those stairs all the way to Chelmsford.
It toughens you up, doesn't it? I thought you would have taken a motorbike or a cycle there.
No.
It's not too far away.
It was 7 miles.
That's long enough.
I had biked. I think once or twice when I missed the bus, I used to cycle through.
Like mad. Yeah. What age were you again when you started the Chronicle?
I was 16.
16?
I went to school until I was 16.
Which school did you go to?
I went to Braintree High School.
So that was a distance away. You must have caught a bus there?
Yes. When I lived, before I started work, I bussed into Braintree to school.
At any point did you feel, let's get closer to the Chronicle, let's move into the Chronicle, or you liked the country life at Great Leighs?
Well, I mean, obviously I had to live where my mother lived, sort of thing. You never had much choice in those days.
No.
But now I definitely wouldn't have wanted to live in.
Tell me some of the names of the characters that you worked with in those early years. Now, we've got a guy called Gil Saunders here. Do you remember him joining the paper?
No, he was before me. He was in the army when I joined.
Who were the reporters then? You said there were only a couple of...
Only 2, Freddie Tapp and John Chapman.
What can you tell me about Freddie Tapp? Did you mix with the reporters, or was there a segregation?
Oh no.
Did you go for a drink with them over at the pub opposite? Because you only had to fall out of the building and you were in the Saracens.
Yeah, but no, that wasn't a pub, that was the Market House. Next door. There's an old pub there where everybody used to go.
What was it called?
The Market House.
Market House?
Yeah. And
it was a pub. Where would that be today? Has it been knocked down? Was it the other side of the...
The other side of the passage.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that was a popular...
That was the meeting place for all the printing work.
What did you know? What do you know about Freddie Tapp? Does anything come to mind? Any stories?
Not really, no. No, because being an apprentice, I wasn't sort of,
lowest of the low.
Yeah.
What about Mr. Chaplin? Was he the over?
He
Freddie?
liked his drink. That was the trouble. He was a lovely man, the most polite man you could ever meet. And I just remind me, another job as an apprentice I had to do was go over to the size court and collect a copy as it was written by the reporters. So you had to go in there and creep in the back and grab some of the copy and bring it back out.
Handwrite their copy?
Yeah, oh yes, it was all handwritten.
I heard they didn't have a typewriter between them
in
the early days.
No, they didn't, no.
Incredible. J.C. Chaplin apparently covered court a lot, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
The assizes. Now, where did you go to court? Was it in the Shire Hall?
In the Shire Hall, yeah.
You didn't have far to run, did you?
Oh no, just across the road.
So you went across the road, and presumably, as you walked back, you read what they were reporting, were they? Any saucy stories at all?
Not that I can remember, no.
You'd read it on the way back, and then what would you do with that copy, Ted?
Well, I'd have to take it to the editorial department for
up the stairs, one set of stairs.
Yeah, halfway.
And then who did you actually give it to?
As far as I used to have to give it to the sub-editor, who was Yerbury, his name was.
Yerbs.
I'm not sure. Yerbs, everybody called him Yerbs.
Yes, we've got a piece about that. So you'd give it to Yerbs. What would Yerbs do with it? Oh, this is not too long. Oh, this is too short.
Yeah.
He must have got comments.
He would go through it, and either if that was really important, then that would go to Rich Thompson. Otherwise, that would go straight up for setting.
Now here's a picture to bring back memories, Ted. Do you recognise any of them?
That's Jack Harrington, Peter Ansell, Peter Ansell's wife, my wife, yours truly, and that's Freddie Birchall, and that's Jack Harrington's wife there.
So they're bookends. The Carringtons are the bookends there.
Yeah,
that's your dearly beloved wife.
Yes.
That's you. Look like you got a pint of Guinness there, Ted.
Yeah, it looks rather like it, doesn't it? Yes.
We've got evidence against you. So tell us what do you think that was? What?
It was a Chronicle get-together for some reason. I'm not sure which one it was. It was either a Chronicle, or it could have possibly been at the Colchester Gazette, Colchester paper.
When we launched the Colchester paper, yes, and you were toasting the success of it.
Yeah, it could have been there, but that's one of the Chronicles.
When was the last time? Have you got a copy of this?
I'm not. Don't think I have got one of that.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. Bring back some memories, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So how many people are still alive in that picture, do you suppose, Ted?
Well, Jack is obviously. Peter's not, and I don't think his wife is now.
Your dear wife's
My
gone.
wife's gone, and I'm not sure about.
You don't know about Jack's wife?
Oh, she's alive still.
They're both alive, yes. So that's some old pages here. These are Ralph Tyrrell. You know, he loved his writing about the Chronicle and that. So that's some background.
Yeah.
Ralph and Sally's Golden Celebration.
Yeah.
He's talking about up on a tin roof and with a tin hat. Fire watching, yeah. After Munich in 1938. This is Jack and Peter. These are the two guys who are the apprentices at the
Oh, yes.
Did you wear one of these bibs?
Yes.
Aprons?
Yes.
Why?
Well, to protect our clothing, because with the ink that was quite dirty business, so we used to wear aprons.
So it was a real industry, wasn't it,
Yeah.
printing?
Oh, yeah.
That's a letter back. Now we're coming to some pictures. Yeah. Now what does this show?
That is.
Is that Bradford Street?
No, that is
the Goss.
Westway. Yeah, that's Westway.
Do you recognise anybody
I
here?
don't know. Half no. I can't be or something because I can just see he wasn't there. That must be Bradford Street.
You think so? Let me just get it out and see what it says on the back. Ah, look what it says.
Yeah, Bradford Street.
You're right, in Bradford Street, and that's left to right.
Yeah.
Ronnie Rolfe,
Yeah.
Bradley's son,
Yeah.
Peter Leach on the button.
Alf Lincoln, that was
Alf Lincoln.
Yeah, that chap, yes.
Circa 1952.
Yeah.
That takes the memory back. Can we slip it back in there? I think some of these I've taken to Ralph, and he's helped me identify them. The most photographed. This is Memory Lane. Were you at this event?
I'm not sure. What is this event of?
It says we don't know, but that's Ralph Tyrrell.
Yeah.
I think it was before your time.
I think that could have been when I was.
Because
in
if
the
Ralph's there, he'd gone to war by the time you went there.
I think I was in the army at this time. I was meeting.
Mm.
I'm not sure. Although that might have been before my time. Yeah.
Right, let's go on. And I've actually got an original copy, look, under here. An actual original copy.
Yeah.
It's about Primrose Minnie. Do you ever remember her?
Primrose, yeah.
What vague memories of Primrose?
Yeah, it's just vague memories,
She wasn't there many years.
No. I think at that time I was filming the linotype machines, and a lot of these reporters used to come up, either bring their copy to me or...
51 to 53?
Yeah.
So you think you'd got a bit of promotion by then?
Probably, yes.
Oh, right, okay. Let's carry on. This is about Rossi Vinyl, I believe.
Yeah.
There, Rossi was pictured dressed as Madame Pompadour.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember her dressing up as Madame
No,
Pompadour?
but I remember her well.
She was the first... She was alone as the photographer, and then she was joined by Ronnie Crowe.
Yes, Ronnie Crowe was one of the original photographers.
And then Ronnie didn't last that long. He went freelance, I believe, and then Jeff Baker came, I think.
Yeah.
So that there was then Rossi and Jeff, and Rossi left, and then presumably when you went to Westway, then they started to take on photographers.
They started to expand.
They did.
The whole company started to expand because when the cost of the press at Westway, the size of it, they had to earn more money, so they started bringing contract work. So we printed other papers apart from the Chronicle. At one time we were printing about 20 different titles.
I know, and of course it carried on until obviously the bad old days. Now, this is Janice Williams, née Farmer. This is the lady who went to married, left the Chronicle, and went to Africa with her husband, and that's her interviewing. There is Janice Farmer, and she's the one that's contacted me, Ted, from Canada, and.
I can remember her name, but I can't bring
Here
it
it is. Chronicle girl who rescued the Hemingways. Former reporter recalls happening to be there, and of course that's a story all about that in Africa. Which that's her. I don't know if you remember how she looked like, but that's what you would have. That was what she would have. Mind you, they all look the same in bridal outfits, don't they?
Yeah.
Look at her card there.
What was his name?
Are you there?
Yeah, I used to be here. I was foreman then.
Where are you? Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, you had a lovely tash then.
Yeah.
It's all waxy at the end. That's you sitting with the boys.
That was all my men.
That was all your men?
Yeah. Charlie Townsend. No, Charlie Townsend.
Right. Where's Charlie? Behind you, yeah? So we'll go left to right, L2R. So that's Ted, seated. And then that's Charlie.
Townsend.
You wouldn't remember these names, surely.
Yeah.
Charlie Townsend, yeah, who's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a cleaner bloke.
A cleaner bloke, right, we'll put that down.
What was his name? I can't remember.
Cleaner bloke. But you didn't wear an apron, you see, so he wasn't with the crew. I know.
Basil Thompson.
Basil Thompson. Is that with a P?
No, without a P. That's right.
Okay.
Ernie Bradley, who was a foreman of the actual composing area.
Where does the word composing come from?
I don't know, really.
He was the composing
Manager, foreman.
Foreman. So none of these are management.
So I was a linotype foreman, obviously.
Right. This is you as a linotype foreman.
Yeah.
And who are the people there? Mostly linotypers?
Mainly operators here.
Right. Who's next to Ernie then? Basil, Basil, Ernie.
He's just died in America. I've not been in contact with him the whole time. No, I can't think of his name.
That's okay, we'll come back.
No, come here.
What about him?
Yes, I know his name.
And this one?
No, that was Ivan, his name. I can't
Ivan.
remember his other name.
The terrible.
He was an Australian who was over here for about 6 months.
Yeah.
And we were short operators and we took him on.
6 months holiday.
I can't think of the other name.
And these two, he's just died, has he?
Yeah.
This one's just died.
I can tell you that. I can tell you when I get up.
Okay, and that one escapes, yeah. What about this gentleman here? He looks like he's
Brown, his name was.
Brown. What did he do?
Can't think. He was an operator.
Yeah.
I can't think of his Christian name at the moment.
It will come back. So, why did you pose for this photograph? Because you don't normally have works photographs.
No, I don't know why we all froze like that. I can't remember. But I was in the old line type department at High Street. Cyril Tyler. Is that the name?
What's his name?
Cyril Tyler.
And how do you know that he's just passed away?
No, he isn't. The other one.
What? That's Cyril Tyler.
Yeah, the
Right.
one above the
Right. The name of that gentleman is
Jerry Aylett.
How do you spell Jerry?
G with a G.
Yeah.
E-R-R-Y and Aylett. A-Y-L-E-T-T. Aylett.
And what was Jerry?
He was a line top operator.
You kept in touch with Jerry over the years?
Yes. Right up until the date this letter was the 2nd of the 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
What does Jerry say to you?
He informs me that unfortunately it's very bad news in Thailand because he travelled about quite a bit. I started to have aches and pains and urinary tract problems. Many trips to hospital. He flew back then to California when he went to the Loma Linda Medical Center, which is the world-renowned research facility for the Seventh-day Adventist Church to which he belonged. He was converted.
Oh, he was an Adventist?
Yeah. And they found a problem which is very advanced cancer in the prostate and throughout my brain structure. Unfortunately, it's too advanced to be cured, so all they can do is treat it to slow it down. They've given me a 60% chance of surviving for another year. I accepted that fact and accept whatever length of time they give me, however short, provided the pain can be controlled. Was
he a believer himself?
Yes, so I'm in the Lord's hands. Strangely, as serious as it is, I don't fear death, for I know Jesus is there for me. It's the ones left behind, particularly Kanda, who I worry about. That was the person he married because he had been divorced. Sorry I don't have more pleasant news for you, but I wanted you to know, and there is no one else to let you know why letters suddenly stopped coming. Take care and God bless.
How old would he have been there, do you think?
He's a year or two younger than me, a couple of years younger than me, I suppose.
You've outlasted a lot of people. How old are you now?
I should be 90 in November.